Most people don't know that much about teen gambling, which is why when the problem does occur, most people do not know how to handle it.
Nowadays, drug and alcohol addictions are commonly talked about amongst teens.
This is why teen gambling is an issue that should be closely looked at.
At High Tech High Chula Vista, we took the time to interview some students and asked what they thought or knew about teen gambling.
What do you know about teen gambling?
Teen gambling? Nothing.
I know not a lot of people know about it, but it's becoming a bigger issue as it spreads. And so people are becoming more aware and they want to do it, and it's just getting bigger.
It's only an issue when teens are betting more money than they have to gamble.
It's kind of a way that they can make money without having like a legit job. So it's a way that they think they could provide income for themselves.
I know that many teens do not know how to manage their money when gambling. Therefore, they lose it all, which can make them go in debt.
A lot of kids, well, teenagers, they gamble, school, do it at home, in the streets, just, I don't know, they get addicted to it after the first time, trying to get more and more, and they throw their lives away.
I know that it's very common and that a lot of people do it because it seems interesting and they don't have anything else to do.
I know that it's a problem that can definitely get worse if it's something that isn't taken care of. It's something that can lead to problems outside of just losing money.
Do you know anybody that has a problem with gambling?
No, I do not.
No, not personally.
I do actually, and it's taken them down like a really bad path, and they've just been losing everything recently.
Older people. I've heard of some friends, uncles and aunts and parents.
I have friends that do gamble, but I don't think it's a problem.
No.
Personally, I do not, but I do hear stories.
Not that I know of.
Not really.
Not really. I do actually. My grandparents on my mom's side are both very into the gambling scene, and that's actually led to them with lots of financial troubles.
I don't know anybody that personally that has a problem with it, but I have heard of people that end up losing so much money they end up stealing from their parents. They end up, their parents get mad, they might kick them out, and I really don't want to see someone I know be in that situation.
First hand, like, no, I don't, but I've heard lots of stories about it, and like their friends of friends who gamble, and what's happened to them and how they're struggling.
No, not a teen gambler, but I know family members and other people.
My uncle has a problem with gambling. He gambles like every weekend.
What are some ways that you know of that teenagers can gamble?
The street racing, so kids, when they first get their license to get their new car, they'll go out, race their cars away and end up with nothing, no transportation.
Gambling is not only going to the casinos and playing those games, but it also can be in different forms, like betting on sports games. And there isn't really a way to police that for teenagers because it's like, okay, we're gonna bet on a sports game.
Anything that has an outcome you can gamble on.
I'm sure like the most frequent one probably today is probably cards.
Gambling is everywhere. You make it every day. Oh, I bet I can run faster than you, things like that. It's just when you start to like put value into things that you start to have problems.
I know that there's just simple, games you play with your friends like craps and whatnot.
Lottery tickets, like those little scratcher ones.
Mm-hmm. Oftentimes people will sneak into casinos.
Texas Hold'em tournaments and things like that. And I guess if people do it every once in a while, it's not a big thing, but some people, they win one time and they keep on going because they think they're going to win over and over again. And that's where people end up losing a lot of money.
It's just quick games like 21, it's a quick game, or dice games, or any other game that's just quick and makes money faster. It's one of the most popular games between teens.
Now that you have heard responses about teen gambling from students, we would like to inform you how to recognize signs of teen gambling.
Some of these signs are
borrowing money for gambling,
doing something illegal to get money for gambling,
losing work time because of gambling,
jeopardizing a significant relationship or a job by gambling,
and being preoccupied with gambling and unable to stop.
These are only a few of the signs that a problem gambler might exhibit.
Because of our school's location in Chula Vista, many of our students have relatives, friends, and acquaintances who live and work south of the border.
There is more access to gambling in Mexico, which can affect people at a younger age.
One student was kind enough to share the gambling problems of a person who was close to him.
One of my best friends, he's around 15 years old, and he already has a car that he bought on his own from casinos, and he actually owes more money than what he has, and he's been kidnapped a couple times because he's owed more money, a couple $1,000s from here and there to different people, and it's pretty sad to see one of your best friends go down that road.
What would you do if you had a friend that had a problem with gambling?
Well, you always hear people say that the first thing you have to do is let them know what they're doing wrong, and I guess I would try to tell them that, but usually people don't want to listen to you when they think they're doing something right and it's wrong. So I guess you really have to stick to that person and try to get into their head, and if you can't do it by yourself, you have to find help.
I would help them, not giving them money, but I would make them do sports or do something else other than wasting their time on that.
I would try to help them as much as possible just to get the help they need, because it is an issue with themselves. So I would try to get them help.
I would sit him down and have a stern talking with him. I would let him know that gambling is not okay, needs to stop ASAP, because I care about my friends.
I'm not really sure what I would do.
Okay.
Well, first off, you could not feed the fire by not giving him money if your friends ask you, oh, I need money to bet on, things like that. Just, tell him, dude, you got a problem. You need to stop, and just not letting them have that ability to continue gambling.
I'll try to help them out and not trying to make them stop, and it has to be step by step and just make them stop gambling.
Well, I definitely wouldn't give him any money when he asked for it. He or she, I guess. That's tough, I guess. Just try to do what you can to get him to stop. If it's really creating a problem for that person, you should definitely try to help them as much as you can.
Well, just, be an example to them and show them that this might be a bad idea.
Well, first I would talk to my friend, see what's going on in their life, see how serious their issue is, and then I would try to get them to talk to someone, school counselor.
I would try my best to help them out, but I don't know.
Personally, I would, have a talk with them. They won't probably listen to me, but they're my friends and I care about them, so I'm just gonna keep bugging them until.
I would try to send them to a program or something to help them out.
Try and help them out with it, and see how good I could at getting them far away from it as possible.
I really don't know. I mean, I guess I'd try to get him to stop if it was really becoming that much of a problem, but I mean, that would be up to him whether he wants to stop or not, him or her, not to be biased, so.
I don't know. I've never had I've read a lot about, people with alcohol problems, drug problems. I really don't know how to help someone with the gambling problem.
That's a tough one, because you could tell them anything to try to get them out, but it's not until they experience it themselves that they're going to stop. So, I hate to say it, but you got to kind of let them fall on their own and let them get back up, because they're not going to learn any other way.
Tell them that they should find a way to make money that is a little bit more responsible and not as sketchy.
First, I would ask them politely to stop. And if they don't, I won't talk to them ever again.
I don't know. I really don't know.
As you can see from the interviews, most people do not know how to deal with teen gambling addictions.
Even though it isn't easy to help someone close to you with an addiction, here are some ways to help.
Let the person know you are willing to help, but don't try to counsel them yourself.
Tell the person how their behavior is affecting other people and be specific.
Tell the person exactly what they've done that concerns you.
After you've told the person what you've seen and how you feel, allow them to respond. Listen with a non-judgmental attitude.
Give the person information, not advice. Encourage them to call the National Problem Gambling Helpline.
Just by using these few examples, you can make a difference in a friend's life.
For more information on teen gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER.